Okay. Now let's see how to evaluate a postfix expression. Imagine I'm given a postfix expression like this. Let's say 2, 3, 4 star 6 star plus, right? How do you evaluate this whole postfix expression and obtain the final result, right? So let's go step by step and understand how this has to be done. First thing is, you would basically read each of these elements one by one, right? So let's start reading. Read each element or each character, right? Keep reading each element one by one, right? Now, as a step here, so let's assume I read this, right? If what you read, if it is an operand, if it is an operand, what is an operand? Something which is not an operator. Operators are your symbols, right? Your plus, minus, division, all of these. The others are operands. If it is an operand, right, we will simply push it onto a stack. Push it to a stack, right? We'll keep reading one after the other. So first I read this. So this is an operand. So I'll keep a stack here. Okay, I'll keep a stack here. And I'll simply push 2 onto the stack. Okay, 2 is now on the stack. So this is processed, right? Now again, now I'll read this. This is also an operand. So I'll push it onto the stack. Next, this is an operand, right? Because it's not an operator. So push it onto the stack, right? Now let's see. Now comes the next case. Because the next item that we are reading is now an operator, right? If what you read, if it is an operator, then what do we do? There are a couple of steps we'll do. Okay, first thing we'll do is, let's pop the top 2 elements. Pop the top 2 elements, right? Let's pop them. When I pop the top 2 elements, what do I get? I get 4 and I get 3, right? I popped these 2. So let's erase them from here. Let's erase them because I've already popped them, right? Second step, once you pop them, what is your operator now? My operator is star, which means multiplication. Apply the operator. Apply the operator on the popped items. On the popped items or the popped elements, right? So what did we get? We get 4 and 3. So apply multiplication on both of them. What do you get? When you multiply both of them, you get 12, right? Now the third step is, push the result onto the stack. Okay, so what was the result we got? We got 12. So now push 12 onto the stack. So I'll push 12 onto the stack now. Very simple. I'll keep repeating this till the time I read all of the elements. Now what is my next element? My next element is 6. It is an operand. So let's push it onto the stack, right? Done. Next element is star, right? Now we go to this case. It's an operator, right? Since it's an operator, now I need to pop 2 elements. What are my 2 elements? What are my top 2 elements? 6 and 12. So I've popped these 2 elements from the stack, right? I've popped the top 2 elements from the stack now. Now what is the second step? Apply the operator on the popped elements. What is my operator now? My operator is star. So this is what I'm working with now, right? Star. What is 6 12s are? 72, right? Now push the result onto the stack. So I'll push 72 onto the stack now, right? Well and nice. Now again, I'll continue. What is the next thing? I get an operator. So I'm again in this case, right? Now pop the top 2 elements, right? What are my top 2 elements? 72 and 2. So now my stack is empty. Nothing else is left in my stack because I popped everything out, right? What do I have now? I have plus. I need to apply this operator. When I apply this operator, what do I get? I get 74. Now I push this onto the stack, right? That's what I need to push the result onto the stack, right? Now I've reached the end of my postfix expression that I've given. I'm left with nothing. The whole expression has been evaluated. In the stack, I'm left with only one item, which is 74. So the next step is, once everything is processed, once this whole once each element is processed, simply pop from stack, and that will be equal to your final result. So I'll simply pop from it, I'll get 74. So the result of this is 74. Makes sense, right? So let's just see if that is right. Okay, let me just erase this and see if that is right. So if this is the postfix expression, what is the infix expression for this? First I evaluate this, 3 into 4, right? Then I have 6 multiplied by, so multiplied by 6, right? I have 2 plus, so 2 plus. What is this? 3 4s are 12, 12 6s are 72, 72 plus 2, 74. Right? So everything works out. Right? It's a very, very simple thing. I can evaluate the postfix expression by just using a simple stack. And this is working because, remember, in postfix, I always have my operator after my operands. Right? This is in my postfix, if you notice, I always have my operator after my operands. So whenever I'm seeing an operand, I'm pushing it onto stack. See, this logic is very simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to design this logic. Because if you think about it, this is the simplest postfix expression, right? Now, so when I start processing this from left to right, I first, obviously, because it is postfix, I'll come across operands. My operator comes after my operands in postfix. So whenever I get an operand, I'll keep pushing it onto stack, right? I'll push this to stack, I'll push this to stack. The moment I notice this, I know that the two operands on which this operator needs to be applied are at the top of my stack. Very, very simple, nothing very fancy. So this logic is very straightforward. You don't even have to remember it, or it's a complex algorithm. It's a very, very straightforward system, right?